Wait, hold up, did young Joc and Lil Scrappy just get banned from the whole reality TV game? And that's only the tip of the iceberg. What you're about to see isn't just a fight, it's a raw, savage betrayal caught on camera. The kind of drama no one expected but everyone's talking about. Who leaked it? Why now? And how deep does this chaos really go? Stick around, because this is more than a breakup, it's a scandal that could change everything you thought you knew about loyalty, money, and power in the reality world. Trust me, you don't want to blink. Hold up, you're telling me young Joc and Lil Scrappy just got banned? Yep, that's exactly what went down. And the latest revelations will seriously blow your mind. These two didn't just clash. They exploded into a brutal, toxic showdown, so intense that the industry had no choice but to kick them both out. What's more, the whole ordeal was secretly recorded, and trust me, this isn't some scripted drama. It's raw, unfiltered betrayal like you've never seen before. One insider summed it up perfectly. They threw words at each other that I can't even say out loud. After everything that happened, there's no turning back. No one's rushing to bring them back. That's for sure. So, what really turned these reality TV pals into bitter rivals? Was it money, power, or ego that finally tore them apart? And here's the kicker, who leaked this explosive fight, and why drop it now? Don't even think about scrolling away, because in this video, we're diving deep into every jaw-dropping secret you never saw coming. Believe me, this drama is only just beginning. Strap in tight. What you're about to hear will completely change how you see these so-called industry brothers. Flip the script on young Joc and Lil Scrappy. Those two who once ruled the reality TV scene as inseparable family are now persona non grata. Banned after a jaw-dropping fight leaked that sent shockwaves through the industry. Let's pause and rewind, because this isn't your typical rivalry. This is betrayal so raw, so deeply personal. It's like catching a secret conversation never meant for the public eye. An insider who was right there in the thick of it revealed the full story. Chaos erupted with a ferocity that stunned everyone on set as Joc and Scrappy's feud exploded into a brutal physical showdown. This wasn't the typical staged confrontation scripted for reality TV drama. Fists flew wildly, and the verbal barbs were so scathing they couldn't be aired. One crew member who stood close enough to witness the chaos described the scene as heartbreakingly raw, likening it to watching two brothers mercilessly betray one another right in front of the cameras. The tension between them was no act. It was real, painful, and deeply personal. What makes this explosive clash even more shocking is the dark undercurrent fueling it. Rumors have been circulating that Scrappy wasn't just acting impulsively, was playing a dangerous game behind Joc's back. Sources claim Scrappy was secretly maneuvering to secure a major production deal with a rival network. The exact same company Joc had been negotiating with for months. Both men were quietly eyeing the same big payday. But Scrappy's covert attempts to edge Joc out ignited the powder keg. What started as confidential talks meant to strengthen their careers swiftly devolved into a bitter and public rivalry, exposing fractures in what fans once believed was an unbreakable bond. The trust that seemed so genuine on screen now lies in ruins, replaced by suspicion and fierce competition. It's a classic tale of ambition and betrayal, where loyalty takes a backseat to money and power. The clash wasn't just about business, it was deeply personal. Behind the scenes, the atmosphere had been thick with tension for some time, but no one expected it to explode with such raw intensity. This fight revealed how quickly years of camaraderie and shared success can unravel when egos clash and stakes are high. The industry itself was shaken to its core. Producers and networks scrambled to control the fallout, but the damage was done. The leaked footage of the fight circulated rapidly, sending shockwaves through the reality TV community and igniting fan outrage across social media. Supporters were forced to choose sides, and the once celebrated duo found themselves ostracized, their reputations tarnished by betrayal and scandal. Ultimately, the feud between Joc and Scrappy serves as a stark reminder that behind the glitz and glamour of reality TV, real emotions and high-stakes power plays unfold sometimes with devastating consequences. What appeared to be just another storyline turned into a cautionary tale about trust, ambition, and how quickly alliances can collapse when the pursuit of success becomes personal and ruthless. Scrappy was secretly maneuvering to snatch Joc's deal right under his nose. Imagine Joc, the easygoing jokester type, losing his cool in a way no one ever expected. The laid-back, funny guy vanished, replaced by someone fueled by rage. When Joc confronted Scrappy, the tension was so thick, The whole room went silent. One eyewitness recalled the moment vividly. Joc's eyes turned icy as he said, "I thought you were my brother, Scrappy." Scrappy didn't deny a thing. Instead, he fired back, accusing Joc of trying to cut him out months earlier. So picture this: two grown men, years of friendship and staged loyalty on TV, suddenly torn apart over one shady deal. But here's where it all blew up for real. During the fight, someone whipped out their phone and captured every raw second, the curses, the punches, everything in shaky, unfiltered footage. And here's the kicker: that explosive video got leaked. Who leaked it? That remains a mystery. Was it a rival? A disgruntled insider? The truth is still out there, waiting to surface. Whether it was the work of an insider hungry for attention or someone seeking clout, one fact stands out. Once that footage hit the internet, the reality TV world spiraled into chaos. Producers scrambled to contain the fallout. Fans unleashed a storm of criticism online. And the network had no choice but to act swiftly. The verdict: both Joc and Scrappy were slapped with an indefinite ban. No more club gigs, no surprise appearances, and the brotherhood storyline was officially dead and buried. What stunned everyone was how these two, whose fame was built on loyalty, brotherhood, and playful drama, ended up turning that very drama inward, destroying the image they once proudly projected. And let me tell you, it was anything but a show. Social media erupted into a battleground, with fans picking sides like it was a full-blown turf war. Some rallied behind Joc, insisting he was in the right, while others defended Scrappy's hustle to claim his own payday. But beneath all the noise, one question echoed everywhere: how did things spiral so far out of control? Sure, Joc and Scrappy have never exactly been drama-free, but this was a whole new level of betrayal. As the video spread like wildfire, everyone from bloggers and gossip columns to talk radio hosts jumped in, all clamoring to uncover the truth, and more importantly, who else might have been pulling strings behind the scenes. The plot thickens, because whispers started swirling that this clash wasn't just about cash. Rumors hinted at a deeper, more personal wound, a betrayal that cut far closer to home. Word is, Scrappy and Joc's bond had been fraying ever since last season, when Scrappy caught wind that Joc had been cozying up to someone in Scrappy's closest circle. And we're not talking about some random fan or fling, this was family. That's right. An insider revealed that Joc crossed a serious line with a woman Scrappy regarded as a sister. When that bombshell dropped, when Scrappy caught wind of the betrayal, it hit him hard like a deep personal insult that cut to the bone. Instead of addressing it privately, he let the tension brew beneath the surface until the explosive money dispute finally ignited the full-blown fallout. You might be wondering if this drama is for real, but anyone who's followed these two knows they feed off chaos. The difference here: this chaos didn't just stir up trouble, it dismantled careers. In the wake of the fallout, their entire support crew, managers, stylists, PR teams jumped ship. No one wanted to be caught in the crossfire of this scandal. The network, already struggling with slipping ratings, the network seized the explosive fight as the perfect reason to cut ties. No apologies, no second chances. Just like that, two reality TV favorites were banished overnight. But this scandal is only the tip of the iceberg. Brace yourself, because what unfolded next is a jaw-dropping twist that makes the fight seem almost trivial. After the footage went public, federal investigators reportedly began digging deeper. That's right, the authorities got involved. And whispers are swirling that the fallout from Joc and Scrappy's clash uncovered far more than just on-camera drama. Bruised egos might have been just the surface, because beneath it all, this clash may have ripped open a money laundering scheme linked to reality TV sponsorships. Sounds wild, right? Word on the street is the fight was so intense it sent shockwaves through some shady business circles. When the feds caught wind, they sensed an opportunity, and they're now reportedly probing deep into suspicious sponsorship deals, dodgy cash advances, and even fraudulent charities that these two could have been using as fronts to line their own pockets. One insider didn't mince words. You think these fights are about nothing? It's always about the money. And if you thought fans were upset before, the rumors kicked things into overdrive. Suddenly, #Team Joc and #Team Scrappy were trending nonstop, with supporters switching from defending to downright ready to turn their backs in a heartbeat. Meanwhile, both Joc and Scrappy vanished from the spotlight. No statements, no social media updates, no attempts to explain. It was like someone put a muzzle on them. And honestly, it makes sense when federal investigators start poking around your finances. You can bet their lawyers have advised them to keep quiet and let the legal teams handle the fallout. Meanwhile, their former reality TV comrades couldn't resist chiming in. One castmate remarked, "This is exactly what happens when fame, fortune, and fragile egos collide." Another fired back, "Don't trust anyone who calls you family but then steals your paycheck." The public devoured every detail. Reposts, reaction clips. This scandal blew up far bigger than any episode they'd ever starred in. As the pressure mounted on Joc and Scrappy, their families felt the strain too. Scrappy's mom, visibly heartbroken, had often spoken about how close she felt to Joc. Almost like he was family only now. That trust was shattered. She once saw Joc as another son, but now she won't even utter his name. Meanwhile, Joc's crew is caught in a whirlwind of confusion, anger, and shame. Everyone who once backed these two stars is now scrambling to distance themselves, terrified of being the next to get dragged into the mess. Here's the real shocker. The leaked fight footage might just be the tip of the iceberg. Rumors are swirling about a second, far more explosive video, one that reveals who else was in the room, egging them on, stirring the chaos, and maybe even placing bets on the outcome. This wasn't merely a fight. It was a high-stakes spectacle, with money on the line. This hints at a possible criminal conspiracy. And you know how the internet works. Once the scent of scandal hits the water, there's no turning back. What started as a messy feud between two reality stars could spiral into a widespread fallout, dragging down everyone in their orbit. While Joc and Scrappy scrambled to salvage what was left of their reputations, the vultures were already closing in, hungry for the next explosive secret. And bite they did just a day after the first clip went viral. An anonymous social media account emerged, ready to drop even more chaos. An explosive new clip just dropped, turning this saga up several notches. This wasn't just a fight, it was a full-blown spectacle, with the video revealing who exactly was in the room, fueling the chaos, throwing cash around like it was some underground fight club. And these weren't just random bystanders, they were well-known industry figures. The very people who'd always preached loyalty and brotherhood on camera but were now caught betting on who'd land the nastiest hit. The internet collectively gasped in disbelief. Fans felt betrayed, sponsors panicked, and the entire love and hip-hop scene started to crack under the pressure. But the bombshell didn't stop there. The footage captured someone handing over a thick envelope to another, smirking like a payoff was underway. A crew member who helped capture the scene described it as watching a fight that was on the brink of turning deadly, like something straight out of Fight Club. While the world watched in shock, Joc and Scrappy were desperately trying to control the damage behind the scenes. Their teams scrambled to release statements, only to be shut down by a flood of legal threats. Meanwhile, producers were in chaos, some yelling on the phone, others breaking down in tears, worried about looming lawsuits and federal investigations. The feds had escalated from sniffing around to knocking on doors, questioning production staff about shady payments, hush money, side bets, and fake charities. No one wanted a subpoena, so leaks and whispers multiplied. One anonymous producer admitted this all started as a petty TV stunt, and now they feared going to federal prison. What began as a fight over a paycheck had unraveled into a potential underground gambling ring, money laundering, and blackmail scandal. The story peeled back layers of deception and corruption, each more toxic than the last. On the streets, fans were divided. Some sympathized with Joc and Scrappy as casualties of a greedy entertainment machine, while others roasted them for playing dirty. But one thing was undeniable: nobody could look at them the same way again. Everywhere they went, restaurants, clubs, even gas stations, people whispered, pointed phones, and shouted, "Aren't you the guys who fought for the bag?" Joc, once the cool king of the scene, couldn't even grab groceries without being mocked. Scrappy tried to stay low, but paparazzi swarmed him relentlessly. Rumor has it, his fiancée gave him an ultimatum: straighten up or get out. The pressure was crushing. An insider claimed Scrappy's stress led to a health scare, with urgent care visits for breathing issues. Meanwhile, Joc faced his own downfall. Club bookings vanished, business partners disappeared, and even close friends distanced themselves, afraid to get tangled in the federal probe. Because here's the truth about scandals: they don't just burn the stars at the center, they scorch everyone connected. But the drama didn't end there. Turns out, the network had a Mola production insider feeding information about Joc and Scrappy's backdoor deals to a rival network for months. When the fight blew up, this mole handed over a mountain of evidence, phone records, wire transfers, secret contracts. The rival network is now prepping a full expose, aiming to profit from the fallout. Families got caught in the crossfire too. Joc's mother, known for her no-nonsense attitude, reportedly told him she never wants to see him again. Scrappy's father, on and off in his life, reached out but was shut down. Broken homes, broken friendships, shattered bank accounts, stemming from one explosive fight, one moment of rage, one leaked video that wouldn't stay buried. This entire saga proves that in reality TV, loyalty is often just a marketing slogan slapped on merchandise. When money's involved, alliances crumble fast. Now, the big question on everyone's mind: can Joc and Scrappy ever recover? Some say they're done too toxic, too risky for any brand. Others believe the chaos might keep them alive, since viewers can't get enough of drama and downfall. But the damage runs deep. A source from a competing production company revealed that networks are tightening rules. Contracts now forbid physical fights, gambling, and even bar certain individuals with a history of street brawls from stepping on set. This fight might just reshape reality TV's future nationwide. Despite all the fallout, fans remain ravenous for more. They crave the next scandal, the next leak, the next meltdown. And some of Joc and Scrappy's so-called friends are lining up to cash in with their own revelations. One insider spilled there's a third video, darker, dirtier, and far more damaging, waiting to surface. If it does, no one involved will ever clean their name. The mere threat of this third video has sponsors, managers, and networks on edge, fearing it could topple everything. Meanwhile, Joc and Scrappy stand at a crossroads. Like fighters after 10 brutal rounds, no clear victor, only ruin left behind. Years of friendship, years of on-screen brotherhood, all shattered in a bitter public war fueled by greed, betrayal, and broken trust. All those moments of "I've got your back, bro," the tears, the loyalty, now feel hollow, stripped away by betrayal. In the end, the only allegiance that mattered was to the money. Yet, even that was slipping through their fingers. The feds were closing in, investigators prowling, fans watching every move, and rivals circling like hungry sharks drawn to the scent of blood. Just when Joc and Scrappy thought the storm couldn't intensify, an Atlanta blogger dropped a bombshell. Hard evidence linking Joc to side hustles connected with a local gang involved in the city's strip club scene. If true, this revelation could blow the whole scandal wide open in ways nobody saw coming. If this turns out to be true, the charges could escalate far beyond just money laundering. We're talking racketeering, conspiracy, and possibly violent crime. The feds have zero tolerance for anyone tampering with their cash flow, especially when guns and gangs enter the equation. And if Scrappy's tied up in any of it, he could be staring down the barrel of serious jail time. It sounds wild, but welcome to the world of reality TV, where the drama writes itself, and reality often outdoes fiction. So while Joc and Scrappy scramble to contain the fallout, the rest of the world watches, riveted by the chaos unfolding before their eyes. People everywhere are glued to their screens, replaying every leaked clip, dissecting every rumor, hunting for the next clue that could unravel an even bigger scandal. And believe me, this is just the opening act. Now, after all you've heard, it's time to ask yourself, who do you really believe? Is Joc the cunning mastermind who let arrogance get the best of him? Or is Scrappy the impulsive wildcard who pulled everyone down in his wake? Or maybe, just maybe, both of them were willing to gamble their integrity for a quick headline, only to have it all explode spectacularly in their faces. The story of betrayal, drama, and shattered loyalty is far from over. The lies have been stripped away, what's left is raw, unfiltered, and exposed for the world to witness. And brace yourself, because this mess is only going to deepen. The authorities aren't easing up, fans aren't ready to forgive, and the evidence keeps piling up. One misstep, one leaked clip, one damaging headline could bring down this entire empire for good. For those of you who've been following these stories from the start, you deserve the full unvarnished truth. That's why you need to stay right here with us, because this is just the opening chapter of a saga that's about to change everything you thought you knew. So, what's your take? Who do you really think sparked this whole mess? Are the hush money whispers legit, or is this just another wild ratings stunt that spun out of control? And if you had to put money down, will Joc and Scrappy weather this storm, or is this the end of the line for them? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're hungry for more juicy receipts, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on the next big reveal. Around here, we don't just sip the tea, we pour it piping hot, straight from the source.